Once More with Feeling. I'm your host, James Wilson, here at Little Red Sounds in New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada. On this episode, we are honored to be joined by emerging shoegaze and alt-rock act, Lune. Get your ear protection ready. This one's going to get loud. Let's go!
Computers are taking over now. Computers and automation. And in the year 2000, there just won't be enough jobs to go around, and the only jobs there will be for people with high HQ, high IQ, who can work computers and such things. And other people just not going to have
We'll be right back. Thanks.
Thanks.
Lune, that was fantastic. I have permanent hearing damage. Good job. So, a little bit of a history lesson because I'm a gigantic music nerd. Shoegaze originated in the UK and Ireland and is becoming a global genre with bands from different regions taking their own spin on it. What does the Lune do differently from your contemporaries?
I mean, I think we reference a lot of like other genres of music. We take a lot from like jazz and I'd say like experimental rock and experimental rock bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's also a lot of cool bands right now in the kind of subgenre of shoegaze doing cool shit that kind of inspire us. Like, They're Getting a Body of Water is a big one. Feeble Little Horse. Yeah, there's a bunch of cool bands doing cool shit right now within that are kind of pushing it forward into something that isn't inspired by other stuff, even like kind of like electronic music and kind of pushing even like hyperpop, kind of pushing like the genre further rather than just kind of like doing another MVV thing. I think that's cool. We like those bands, but yeah, I don't know. We're kind of into like taking something that's like that and trying to do our thing with it, I guess. But yeah.
Are you familiar with black gaze at all? That fusion
black
of
metal, I guess,
black
yeah.
metal and shoegaze?
We really fuck with Deaf Heaven.
Deaf Heaven are great.
Yeah, that's the only like one I know, I guess.
I'd recommend Alcest. Liturgy, I guess, would kind of count as that. Their last album was insane.
Haven't listened to it.
It's great. I'd recommend Alcest if you haven't listened to them. It's kind of like, Deaf Heaven now, like the last two have been just pure shoegaze, but they Alcest put out like a just shoegaze album kind of in the middle of their career, and they actually had the vocalist from Slowdive on one of the songs.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good
Neil
shit.
or Rachel?
Neil.
Cool.
Yeah. So the band shared bills with bands playing a variety of different styles, including like punk and metal and even synth pop bands. What is it about your sound that's so versatile?
I don't know. I think we just play what...
Great answer. Love
yeah,
it.
we just play what we want to play. We just write the songs we want to write. I don't think any of us think about it like we need to be broad or do different things. I think we just write the songs we write and play them.
Kind of going back to my previous question, is there anything distinctly Canadian about your approach to shoegaze?
Ooh, maybe the Neil Young influence. I don't know anything else.
NY.
Yeah.
And why?
What makes us Canadian?
We love
Do you ever
that.
feel like Neil Young just like played the weakest solo sometime? Like
What?
Those are the best
you ever
solos.
hear that solo and you're like,
Hate to call you out on that take, but that's the best solo.
'Cause I don't feel that way either.
Be careful.
Top
Okay.
five.
Top five.
Hey.
I mean, it's pretty great most of the time, yeah.
This has been
Cinnamon
hot
Girl
takes
and,
from
yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
Tune in next
Next
week.
question, James. Quick, hit him with it.
All right, so this next question is a little bit more interactive. It takes a lot of gear in order to make that much noise. Tell us about the pedals you're using and what they do.
Yeah, I have a tuner pedal that tunes my guitar.
Wow.
And then I have a Space Echo, like a Boss Space Echo. It's like the new one. And then I have like a Dispatch Master, which is like a reverb and delay. And then this is a Warlow. It's like a Big Muff style fuzz and a Rat style fuzz. This is another like kind of Big Muff and like tone bendery fuzz and octave. Plumes is an Earthquaker pedal that's like overdrive. And then this is a dually pedal. This is Taylor's, and it is just used as like oscillation and noise. And then it goes into these Chase Bliss pedals, which is a mood, and then an onward, which kind of do like sampling and like reverb and stuff. They do a lot of, I just use it for dumb, fun, glitchy, blippy sounds.
And how much did that put you back? Are you still paying back your parents?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're definitely there's definitely some pricey ones in here, but yeah, shout out to Rufus Guitar Shop.
How?
Oh, the financing plans there.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I've got a clean boost. It's an EP booster. It's very nice for when you want a clean boost. I have a bass distortion pedal, MXR. I have a TC Electronic Nova repeater. It's kind of like a delay. That's really fun sounds. And I got a tuner. That's my trusty tuner. Yeah.
And last but not least,
My board is pretty much just like a few different like overdrive and distortion boxes. I've got this Earthquaker Devices gray channel that I really like. It has a whole bunch of different clipping options, which I think is cool, but I actually don't do any of that. I keep it on the non-clipping diodes and just get any of that from the app. But I like it because it kind of feels like it's a good point between like a distortion and a fuzz. It's just like really nice. Got this Sono life pedal from Earthquaker Devices. I pretty much just use it like a rat distortion. It's a little over the top, but it's really fun. Got an octave in there and a boost pedal as well.
Look at all the knobs on that.
I know.
Oh.
6 whole knobs.
Look at that cluster knob you put.
Yeah. Well, the Hazumitas. Also like a Big Muff style box. Pretty cool, pretty classic. Parallax, reverb, delay. A couple different carbon copies. One I use just for like being obnoxious, and then one that's actually functional. And then I like the Context. It's pretty much like a bunch of 80s like rack mount reverbs, and you can choose lots of different cool stuff like Reverse, made famous by Kevin Shields of My Bloody Valentine.
Heard of him?
He heard of him. He used like the reverb that's based off of that, but I mean, I mostly just use it for like making noise and shit, not utilizing all the cool stuff that's in there as well as I could. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
your debut EP Disparity dropped in spring 2024. What does the band have in mind in terms of different musical directions you're going to explore?
Yeah, we're working on a rock opera right now. So that's kind of taken the bulk of our time. But yeah.
It's like somewhere between Queen and Static X. Burzum, if you know that band. It's like,
It's a good combo.
Buddy, you
I
cut
mean,
the mic
maybe
off.
avoid the lyrical content with
Stop
that
the
last
cat.
one.
not the lyrics, just the vibes.
The lyrics.
No, we're working on a new EP, and
It's not a rock
it's
opera.
not a rock
It
opera.
doesn't sound like Queen or
We don't like
Static X.
Burzum.
Yeah, it's we're working on a new EP, and we played only songs off of it today, so those will be out sometime next year, and yeah, hopefully tour and stuff like that. And yeah, new music.
Big things coming soon. Big things.
I feel like songwriting wise, we kind of dipped into like more of the music that we're really, really into as opposed to just like playing the songs. You know, I think we were doing more like, we had like a slowcore moment on the record and a lot of like the noisier shit we do live as well, to answer earnestly. Yeah, stuff like that, trying to like make the songs more dynamic and hone in on how we want to sound as a band more than we did on the first EP, I think. Yeah.
Well, good stuff. Can't wait to hear it. I mean, we had a sneak preview tonight, which was awesome. That explains why I didn't recognize any of the songs. I've got one final question for everybody. Who is your favorite Vancouver band or artist?
Oh. Can it be like Vancouver adjacent?
Can we say
Like-
multiple?
Yes.
Like not from Vancouver, you mean?
No, like the island, does that count?
The island
Vancouver?
counts.
Oh, it counts. Okay.
Some cool people live on the island.
Hell yeah.
It's true.
Many.
For me, a couple would be Dead Soft, Cherry Pick, Scarlet Fever, Hillsborough, Worrywart. Yeah,
Worrywart for
there's
sure.
so many. Like everybody's so talented. But yeah, those are mine.
Yeah, shout out to Worrywart. The
Shout
album
out
they put out
Worrywart.
this year is
Woo.
incredible.
That's
So
so
good.
amazing. So good. Yeah, Worrywart. Oh, I don't remember what I was the other ones I was gonna say now. Shit. You go, Ethan.
I really like Kylie V.
Oh, true.
They've been at it for like a really long time. They just got signed to a major, which is really crazy. They're putting out an album soon. Yeah, big fan of their songwriting. Our friend Dawson Gould,
Yeah.
great
Awesome, for
songwriter. He's putting out a new EP soon, I believe. Yeah, just a couple of really talented songwriters and friends.
Yeah, I feel like I got Yeah, Tall Mary is one of my favorite Vancouver bands. Yeah, I love Blind Spot's a really good band. Still Lip's a really good band. Yeah, I feel like I like those three that I picked. I can't really think.
All right, well, that's a good spread. You name dropped a few different bands that we're keen to have on the show sometime soon. But once again, thank you, Laloon. This has been great, and I'm going to go see my ear doctor next week.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
We're
Thank
really
you.
appreciative
Send
to
us
be
the
here.
invoice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Send us the invoice.
Yeah, let me take care of it.
Yeah.
Asking the hard questions.
All right, cut.
Cool.